Hello, my name is Audrey and I run a product design agency called Marpo Studio. We work with teams building AI enterprise software and generate 6 figures of revenue every month. Today, I thought it would be fun to take you through what a realistic workday looks like as someone running an agency at this size, so you can get a behind the scenes of the type of work that I do. Monday mornings is when I do all of my planning, and my main goal for this session is just to understand where we're at and if we have the right people and processes in place to get what we need done. So examples of things I'll review is like, are we late on any deliverables? Are we onboarding a new client? If there has been any changes in resourcing, are all of the invoices paid? Things like that. It's also a chance for me to review my work schedule and priorities for the week. As my agency has grown, I spend less and less time on design and actually doing things like marketing, sales, and fun accounting stuff. Here's what my calendar looks like today. I have about an hour right now to do all my planning, followed by a 2-hour design block. And then we have a session with a client that we call MindMeld. And after that, I have one more work block for anything non-design related. I'm planning to do all of this stuff today, and I'm hoping that I can get that done in the 5 hours that I've put aside. The first project that I am working on today is this onboarding flow for a new client we landed. It'll be very low fidelity, as the goal here is just to make sure that we capture all the right requirements in the design before we actually make it really pretty. So you can have a view here of like what it looks like to actually create a wireframe like this. The next project is templates for social media. So while we usually focus on product design, we also do templates like this so a client has assets in line with their brand they can post on socials easily. And here's an example of a bunch of different templates we made for a client to enable them to do that. Another project that I wanted to get done today is being able to actually launch our new website. It used to be on Webflow, but as a designer, I find Framer much faster and easier to use since the UI is so similar to the main design tool we use called Figma. And so I just need to review a bunch of copy before we can go live. Ta-da! Published! The live website is here, and you can take a look. I'm most proud of this little animation. The last thing I was hoping to fit in right now is just cleaning up this website for a client called Keely. I have a few notes from the client on what things to update before we can send them the website to duplicate. So I'm about to jump into a 1-hour call with the client, and this is a session that we call MindMeld. We run this a week before we start our actual design work, and it's where we learn as much about our client's users, product, and market before we actually start working with them. That way we don't have to contextualize on the fly every time we start a new project. The first thing that I want to get done is to write a job description for a part-time project manager role. I'm in desperate need of an extra helping hand with someone doing stuff like client comms, managing our backlog, and overall owning what the process looks like for project management at Marpo Studio. The last thing on my list today is writing a sales proposal for a client I had a sales call with a couple days ago. I usually try to do this within the day, so I'm a little late, so I'm going to pump this out and send this to them before end of day. I hope you guys had a great time following me around today and seeing a little bit more in detail the types of work that I do. I would say today was very typical in terms of how much I need a context switch, so if you're ever working in an agency or planning to run one, hopefully this gives you an insight into what your workday might look like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!